And here is the last part of this message for this day. I'm just remembering a story that I came across once about reciting psalms. And actually a large gathering had come together and different people were reading psalms. There was an old man and a young man on the same platform before the audience. In this program, they were reciting the 23rd Psalm. The young man had really good training, rhetorical skills in drama and in speech. And he got up and he recited the psalm. And when he had finished, the audience just was clapping. They were so moved. And then the older gentleman, leaning heavily on his cane, he stepped up to the front of the platform and in a feeble and shaking voice proclaimed the same words. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And with eyes in that audience glistening as he spoke each line, as if they were awed by this tender and powerful God, who on his behalf offered comfort. Finally, when he was seated, not a single sound came from that gathered audience. And in that silence, the young man stood up, went to the microphone and said the following words. He said, "Friends, I wish to make an explanation. You applauded when I recited the psalm, but you remained silent when my friend here spoke. The difference is plain. I know the psalm, but he knows the shepherd." During this week, I've meditated on the 23rd Psalm each day, and the Spirit has given me a phrase. The whole flock is precious. To the shepherd, the whole flock is precious. It's important to the shepherd to keep the flock intact. I love listening to children try to recite parables that we teach them. I remember one boy named Matt, when we shared the parable of the 100 sheep and the lost sheep and the shepherd, he said, well, it's kind of like when we have a fire or a tornado drill and the teacher takes you to a safe place. She then counts to make sure all the kids are there. And if one is missing, she leaves them to go and look for him. Another time, I remember a young girl who, when we were learning to recite the Psalms by memory, she said these words, "The Lord is my shepherd, and that's all I want." The whole flock is precious. That's our orientation as we seek ways to regroup, to encourage one another, to share unique needs that you might have, and to move forward to a future through this present valley and beyond. Amen.